What's up, y'all? College Football Imperialism Part 3 is here. This is what the map looks like. It's pretty different from the start. A lot of changes over the past two episodes. If you haven't watched those, go do that right now. We have 104 teams left. We're going to spin the wheel and see who the first team will play. Who the first team will be, who will play. It looks like it's going to be Wisconsin. Interesting. They have not done anything yet. They could play a couple teams. Minnesota, Central Michigan, Mizzou, or some of the Illinois schools. It looks like they might play one of the Illinois schools. It could be either Northwestern or NIU. We're trying to go from the center. It's pretty close, actually. Zoom in just a little bit more. I have no idea. Trying to go from the logo. If we're going from the logo, I think it's going to be Northwestern. From that angle. From this angle, I think it's going to be Northwestern. Yeah. Whiskey at Northwestern is the first game of this episode. Cool. There is Wisconsin at an 86 overall. They're solid, but they're not fantastic. Where is Northwestern? There they are. Northwestern was... they actually played a lot better than I thought they were going to this season. But they were supposed to be awful. 7 wins, though. Pretty solid. Because... some people have been asking for some snow games, and we got a Big Ten game, finally. We didn't get any in the last episode, I didn't think. No, we did have Rutgers, but I feel like this might be a good game to have as a snow game. We'll go ahead and go with medium snow. Medium snow and freezing. Can we do that? What is live feed? I've never heard of that. There you go, that'll work. In Ryan Field. I'm not sure how much snow they actually get. Well, they do get a lot of snow in Chicago. Northwestern's not exactly in Chicago. They're pretty close. An 86 overall, playing at a 75 overall. Wisconsin's offense is really good. Their defense is also pretty solid. And they do have, oh, why am I forgetting his first name? Braden Brant. I don't know. Their running back's really good, though. Wisconsin always has really good running backs.
We're live in Evanston, Illinois, and this crowd's been fired up for the start of this game, and it shows as the players take the field.
I don't know why I forgot his name. I draft him a lot in some Texans mock drafts that I do. I don't post them on the channel. If you would like to see some NFL content on the channel, please comment and let me know. I will totally do some NFL content. Wisconsin up early. Pretty good lead. Northwestern cuts it. It's 19-14 right now. We're in the third quarter, 26-14. Wisconsin looks like they're going to walk away with it. Northwestern makes it a 12-point game, 33-21, but Wisconsin does close it out with a field goal. Final at 36-21. Whiskey gets the W. So we'll find this nice Wisconsin red. It was really difficult for me to find this white Wisconsin logo. I don't know why, but it was a struggle. And I kind of really needed the white version to make this map work. Or to at least make it look pretty good. I feel like the map looks really good. I did make it. Sometimes people ask, where'd you get the map? On my original Imperialism series, I downloaded one off the internet, but I made this one. It took like 6 hours. But I like it, and that's what matters. Wisconsin will stay on the wheel, and Northwestern will be removed. Sorry, Wildcats. 103 to go. The next team will be Notre Dame or Ohio. It'll be the Fighting Irish. They have already gone once, I believe, in the first episode. They beat Western Michigan. They could play Wisconsin or maybe Purdue, even Toledo. They could go north and play either of the Michigan schools that they border. They will not do that. They're going to go southwest, and I'm pretty sure they're going to try to play Purdue here. It feels pretty straightforward. Notre Dame at Purdue in a battle for, is it the whole state of Indiana now? Or is IU still there? Okay. But a battle for a good chunk of the state of Indiana. There are the Fighting Irish. Now we need to find Purdue. There they are. I didn't know this rivalry had a name. It's the battle for the Schiller Trophy. I don't know. I don't know. It does have a real trophy though, and I appreciate that. I like trophies. I'm not gonna make this one a snow game, but because the game before was, but I'll do that. That's cool. It's cool visuals and stuff. Notre Dame at an 88 overall and Purdue at a 79. In the preseason, I thought Purdue was going to be the worst Big Ten team. I actually don't know if they finished at the bottom, but it must have been pretty close. Notre Dame was just okay. I was really hoping for a better season from them, especially from Sam Hartman and his last year in college football. It didn't go quite as well as he planned. I'm sure as a lot of people hoped. He's playing in this simulation though, and he's led Notre Dame to a 17-7 lead. Now a 24-14 lead at halftime. Now 31-14 in the third quarter. Purdue's trying to stay in it. It's a 10-point game now. Notre Dame leads in the fourth quarter. Not sure Purdue's gonna get it done. They don't. Score holds from from a while ago. 31-21 final. Fighting Irish go on the road and get a W. Now this Notre Dame green is not a primary Notre Dame color, but I feel like it looks pretty good here. It sort of goes against the Notre Dame colors on their logo, but it makes it pop. It stands out, and frankly, I feel like it looks pretty good. Didn't I just said that though, right? Just gonna adjust the Wisconsin logo a little bit to reflect their I don't know. I want to find a good balance. Oh, I'll do the same thing for Maryland, even though they haven't played. They took out Penn State, which was pretty impressive. I'm gonna go ahead and sort of try to center their logo a little bit because it looked pretty funky when I left it in the last video. Okay, so Notre Dame stays. Purdue is eliminated. And next team up. Let's see. It'll be a third Big Ten team in a row in this next game. It'll be Indiana. So now they could play Notre Dame and just find out who the best team in the state is. Or they could play Louisville, Western, Kentucky, or Illinois. They have no interest in playing a Power 5 team, so they're going to head directly south and play Western Kentucky. That's what it looks like. Yep. Yeah, could be a good game actually. Indiana at WKU. There are the Hoosiers at an impressive 77 overall. And the Hilltoppers come in at a 79 overall. A little bit surprising. They were, I want to say they were okay in Conference USA this year, which isn't really a compliment because Conference USA was, in general, a bad conference. But Western decided, well, I'm not exactly sure how it all went, but Western Kentucky and MTSU maybe they might still be able to go to the MAC. I'm not sure if there's interest from the MAC, but I thought I heard something about Western and MTSU potentially leaving Conference USA. It was a while ago, though. They'd probably work in the MAC. They're not too close to any other Conference USA teams besides for each other. Anyway, in this game, Western Kentucky takes an early 7-0 lead. Now in the second quarter, Indiana cannot put any points on the board. In the third quarter, Western Kentucky takes a 14-7 lead. Into the fourth now, still a 7-point game, anyone's game. Western Kentucky hits a field goal. Indiana scores a touchdown, but it is not enough to overcome the Hilltoppers, who win this game 17-14 in a Conference USA over Big Ten upset. Interesting here. Honestly, I was hoping to see this Indiana logo go a little bit farther. I found this one. I was just looking for a white Indiana logo. I found this one and it looks pretty nice, I thought. But they got eliminated. Can't do much about that. So Western Kentucky goes north. They border some more fierce competition, I'd say. Completely surrounded by Power 5 teams now. Mizzou, Illinois, Notre Dame, Louisville, Kentucky, and Vandy. So, it could be tough for them in any upcoming matchups. Indiana will get removed from the wheel. Just over 100 teams remain on the big map. The next team that'll play will be Troy or Tulane, maybe even Tulsa. No, it's going to be the Tulane Green Wave down in Louisiana. They are the first team in Louisiana to play a game so far. They could play either LSU or Louisiana. I'm not going to have them cross the Gulf to go play a Florida school or like Rice. My guess is they play LSU. They might, if I can figure out how to pull the arrow up. I mean, it's going. That's LSU. That's LSU. I mean, there's not really any debating that being LSU or not. So, good luck, Tulane. Good luck. Take them down. Green Wave go to Tigers into Death Valley. Now, Tulane does go in as a strong 81 overall. Pretty decent team. But LSU at a 91 overall and a 91 offense is a tough competition to say the least. Now, this game is a rivalry, a very old rivalry, and they play for, I believe, a towel. I think that was a little graphic we saw. LSU has some very solid players. Harold Perkins, as a fan of one of LSU's rivals, I don't watch a lot of LSU football. But Harold Perkins, I feel like he kind of fell off. He was everywhere. He was like the talk of the sport last year as a true freshman. But now as a sophomore, I thought I heard that they moved him to middle linebacker instead of outside linebacker, and that really messed with him. But I just haven't heard anything about Harold Perkins all year. And that's surprising. He's a 98 overall as a sophomore in this game. LSU up by 10 here in the second quarter, 1 minute left. Now they're up 23, make it 30 to 9, 37 to 9. It's a whooping. Sorry Tulane. Sorry, even with LSU's awful defense, Tulane couldn't put up more than 16 points on the board with their 79 overall offense. So Michael Pratt plays his last game in the simulation, and his first game in the simulation. Didn't mean to do that. If you're a Tulane fan, let me know, is Michael Pratt, I just blanked on his name. Is he gonna get drafted? I feel like he has been solid. But I don't watch a lot of Tulane football, specifically. And of course, he led them to the Cotton Bowl. Is he gonna get drafted, and where should he get drafted? And where would you like to see him get drafted? If you're a Tulane fan, maybe you say the Saints. But if not the Saints, then who realistically you think would draft him? Just curious. Probably don't have a lot of Tulane Green Wave fans here watching the video, but if you are, let me know. I'm genuinely curious. So LSU expands, first team in the state of Louisiana to expand. And now exactly 100 teams are left on this wheel. We've eliminated 26. Notre Dame, they are going to play again, actually. We've seen them once, we'll see them twice. Are they nice? I don't know. They could play a ton of MAC schools. A ton of MAC schools. Or they could go south or west or north. They're going to go south. Oh boy, will it be good old Western Kentucky? It looks like it might be. Zoom out a little bit. The one thing I don't really like about Paint 3D, that's what I'm using to run this map, is that it's just a little bit difficult to smoothly adjust like the camera angle. But it works. Notre Dame will play at Western Kentucky in this next game. Ooh, Tulane 3 turnovers. Yikes. I should look at more of the stats. I'm sure there's some very interesting stats in there. Yeah, Notre Dame. Notre Dame at Western Kentucky. An 88 overall team versus a 79 overall team. You know, we'll have to see. Seen both of these teams play other teams so far in this video. We're gonna see who can control the entire state of Indiana and part of Michigan and part of Kentucky, the western part specifically.
Recently expanded to 22,000 seats. We're in LT Smith Stadium today for what should be a great battle.
This is kind of an interesting stadium. It looks a little bit small from the game, but it's been a decade since the game was made. I don't know if they have had any renovations, but it kind of looks nice. We have a Western Kentucky lead. It is 14-13 at halftime. Now an 8-point lead. Notre Dame cut it. Now a 12-point lead. Now Notre Dame cuts it to 5 points. 35-23. Will the Hilltoppers pull it off? 35-30. Oh my gosh. And Western Kentucky upset Notre Dame. 35-30. Hilltoppers win. No way. Dalvin Smith. 4 touchdown catches. Oh my gosh. That is insane. 441 passing yards for Western Kentucky and 4 turnovers. WKU turned the ball over 4 times and they still won. That is incredible. I haven't noticed that before. Noticed something like that happening. Very impressive. Very impressive. Western Kentucky now runs the state of Indiana and part of Michigan. That is incredible, and those are some words I did not expect to say in this video. They are kind of the team to beat right now, actually. Upsetting two Power 5 teams with a very sizable territory here. Border a couple Big Ten schools, couple, well, just one ACC school, a Big 12 school. They border basically everyone. So they're the team to beat. Notre Dame actually gets eliminated. That's crazy. Maybe it's the home field advantage for the Hilltoppers. Maybe it's the home field advantage. Next, we're going to see Buffalo play. Buffalo, they're just kind of chilling up here. Or at least they have been. Let me make sure everything... Yeah. Okay, we're still good. I wasn't going to... Well, I wanted to make sure we were good. We are good. Okay. So Buffalo has just been chilling. They could play Syracuse or Rutgers or Maryland or Pitt. I don't know. They're Buffalo. You don't hear a lot about Buffalo. They are not allowed to play Canada. Can't play Canada. Sorry, Buffalo. There's no getting out of this one. Still can't play Canada. Again, nope. We're just gonna respin till it works, till it chooses somewhere. There we go. Choosing an American team to play. Because the CFL teams are off limits, by the way. Buffalo going from their logo, they're gonna play Maryland. Through that old Penn State territory. So Buffalo at Maryland. We'll see. We'll see. The Bulls come in at a incredible 89 overall. It's actually a little bit higher than I thought it was going to be. Maryland, my guess for Maryland is an 84. Is that right? Where is Maryland? They are an 84. Okay. The Terrapins do have home field advantage here. Yeah, some solid players for Maryland, some less solid players, I guess, for Buffalo. But, those are still some pretty high overalls. 81, 81, 80. I mean, I wouldn't be upset about that. SECU Stadium. Interesting stadium. Oh, yeah. Maryland Stadium is like completely built up on one side. And then the rest is just not. I forgot about that. That's funny. Maryland currently leads the Bulls by 14 points. Buffalo cuts the lead to 7. Maryland kicks a field goal. 10-point lead for the Terrapins. Now it is 31-21. A 10-point lead again. 3 minutes left. Maryland scores a touchdown. And another one that should put this one away. 45-21. Terrapins win at home. And they take out Buffalo. So they go north. Interesting. They span from practically Washington, D.C. to Buffalo. Just Buffalo. So that's cool. Of course, typical Big Ten powerhouse Maryland. Just hanging out. Anyway, Buffalo gone from the wheel. Sad to see it happen. Only one team's gonna be left though, and it's just not Buffalo's video. Arizona State. Arizona State's the next team who have actually taken over 2 complete states. They took out New Mexico and Arizona, shockingly. So now they could continue moving east and play a Texas team. They could go north and play a Colorado team, or they could go west and play UNLV or a Cali team. They're going to go with option B and play a Colorado team. From this angle, it looks like it's going to be Air Force. So they're just going to miss Colorado. They'll be going to Air Force. Air Force is in Colorado Springs, I think. Tuiongavaloa, he had 400 passing yards. That's crazy. It's pretty impressive, actually. Tagovailoa, to his brother. That's just easier. Who was Arizona State at Air Force? Completely sidetracked me. Sun Devils are an 83 overall. The Falcons are, I guess 81. No, they're 74. Wow, okay. Air Force started the season 8-0, and then they lost their last 4 games. Could have been the playoffs if they were undefeated. Although being undefeated doesn't mean you're in the playoffs automatically, as we learned, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and play this one in some light snow at Air Force. And that could be cool. 74 overall, that just feels too low. Their kicker is really good. Not even really good. He's just their best player. Excuse me. But Arizona State has that one tight end that I like. Forgot his name. I'll watch him when they play on Pac-12 After Dark. RIP. Just some light snow here, nothing too crazy. But nothing really going on the field for either team so far. Finally, a touchdown. That one was scored by the Sun Devils, who lead it 7-0 at halftime. Now up 10, now 17-0, 24-0. Come on, Air Force, get your stuff together. 27-7. The Falcons get on the board, but those are the only points they score all game. And the Arizona State Sun Devils are going to beat the Falcons by 20 points, final of 27-7. Sun Devils are 3-0 in an impressive run. Air Force definitely did not win that. I do not need their logo. Or their colors. There go the Falcons. And I believe the Sun Devils are the largest team on the map in terms of territory. Which is not surprising. Well, it's a little bit surprising that they've gotten here. But it's not surprising that they're the largest one, because they literally have like 3 1/3 state. And they're the western states. Those are all the big ones. Here is what the map looks like. Action mostly in the Midwest. Northeast. Nothing really going on in the South Central or Midwest so far, or the West Coast even. So, interesting. State will stay, and Air Force, sorry Falcons, you gotta go. Next up, who are we gonna have? Let's check how long. Oh, only 30 minutes, that's not long. I'm not really sure how long I want to make these videos ideally. Trying to get through like 10 or 12 games though. A&M, that's my team. That's my team, by the way, for y'all that I didn't know that. I'm just chilling down here on the map. Yeah. These are all like base rosters too. They're not custom rosters, so I didn't randomly bump A&M. I didn't even see where the wheel ended. Did I spin this wheel? I forgot if I spun the arrow. Let me redo that. It's gonna go north. We're gonna play UNT. So that's cool. That's cool. On the road, they've got a pretty cool part of their stadium, sort of. Looks like the bird's wings, I think. There we are, 86 overall. It's a little bit low. Well, we're 7-5. It wasn't that low. Where is UNT? There they are. UNT is 79 overall. Yeah, we'll see if the offensive line gives us enough time for Max Johnson to throw. Who got injured, but that is who the A&M quarterback is on this roster. So, you know, UNT has some solid players, but we got better ones. Ed Coop, maybe first round draft pick, maybe. Personally, I think he's the best linebacker in the country, even though he didn't win the award. Still think he's the best linebacker in the country. He is the top linebacker on the draft board.
Innovation that excites.
See, right there. Sort of weird looking stands. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the wings of the mean green bird. Don't even know. I think it might be an eagle. It might be an eagle. Anyway, A&M up 14-7 now at halftime. UNT is gonna tie it up 14 all into the fourth quarter now. A&M scores a touchdown. It's 21-14, 24-14. Got this one locked up. Solid 10 point win at North Texas. Okay. A little bit embarrassing, but a win's a win, you know? A win is a win. I feel like after looking at this again on a real map, I could have swapped SMU and UNT's territory, but I think we're gonna be fine. So A&M goes north. UNT is eliminated, and only the second game to be played in Texas so far. Baylor and Texas State was the other one where the Bears won. So yeah, that opens A&M up to play now SMU, OU, and Arkansas. I was gonna say Arkansas State, but nope, that's just the Razorbacks. Arkansas State is on the other side. A&M stays UNT. We have to find them now. North Texas. There they are. 96 teams left. How about we make this the last game of the video here? Last game of the video will end off with 95 teams remaining. It'll be ULM. Good old ULM. They're just hanging out down here, bordering Bama, and some other G5 teams. But Big Scary Bama's in the corner. Who are they gonna play? Not Bama. They're not gonna play Bama here. Looks like Southern Miss. Yeah, it's gonna be Southern Miss. Just going slightly southeast. But they will be heading to Southern Mississippi. Louisiana Monroe, 74 overall. I actually thought they were lower. A little bit of a surprise to me. For the worst team in the Sun Belt. Southern Miss is a 77 overall. Interesting. This was Southern Miss's second season, I think, in the Sun Belt. I think. Yeah. They left Conference USA last year. No, I'm pretty sure it's their second year. But I feel like this game could develop into a rivalry. Because of something about just keeping their divisions, East and West. Just sort of feels like the type of game that could develop into a rivalry. Here we go. A big Southern Miss touchdown. Now a Warhawk touchdown. Now another ULM touchdown. 14-7. Southern Miss kicks a field goal. And now they score a touchdown, but so does ULM. 21-17 lead Warhawks. Now a 28-17 lead. Going into the fourth quarter, ULM up by several scores. Southern Miss cuts the lead, but they do not have enough time to do anything else. Final is 28-23, and ULM pulls off an upset here. To see who the real yellow team is down here. I didn't expect that. That's why we played these. That is why we played these. So now ULM is wedged between LSU and Bama. That's cool. Always love to be between them. Oh, and the border Florida State now. Because FSU beat South Alabama. Anyway, let's go ahead and take, not ULM, take Southern Miss off the wheel. There we go. 11 teams eliminated. We went from 106 to 95. Yeah, 11. And now this is what our map looks like. Played a couple of snow games. Western Kentucky decided they were going to be good all of a sudden. Couple games in the South. And just one game out west, sort of. But feel like that was a pretty good episode. I don't have a schedule for this. But it's been like 3. This is gonna go up like right now. So 4 days after the last one. I don't want it to be 4 days. So I'm gonna try to post them more often, but probably not every day. Maybe every other day. I don't know. I'm not trying to like extend this over forever. But I don't want it to go by too fast. Anyway, that is what the map looks like after episode 3. Thank you so much for watching, sticking around, and rooting for your team. Probably, unless they've already been eliminated. Sorry. Like, subscribe, comment, all those good things. I think there's a button down below. It's called like the thanks button. If you want to send me $1 or something. I don't really care. I don't need any money right now, but that would be cool. Yeah, thanks for watching. Until the next one. Peace.